Word, and we will be attending to all that. We're reading from Genesis 24, the 11th verse. I'm reading from the Good News translation, the Good News Bible, verse 11, Genesis 24. When he arrived, he made the camels kneel down at the well outside the city. It was late afternoon, the time when women came out to get water. Father, we thank you for the entrance of your word. Give it light, give it understanding to the simple. As we look into the perfect law of liberty today, we declare liberty to every heart, to every life that partake of this broadcast, either live or at any other time that they partake of it. May it be a blessing tremendously to their life in Jesus' name. When Abraham's servant arrived at the well, he made the camels to kneel down. We learned last week that the well was the place where women came to get water. The well was the place where young ladies go to. But there is another key element that we see there today. The Bible, the story says it was late afternoon, the time when women came out to get water. The time when women, young ladies, came out to get water. That means that there was a time you could be at the well and you will not find the prospective young ladies there. So this tells us about the key of right timing. Right timing. Finding true love is a function of also right timing. Right timing. You must understand the power of right timing. We can't overemphasize the power of right timing in finding true love. The wise man proclaimed in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 from the Message translation. It says, "There is an opportune time to do things." An opportune time to do things. A right time for everything on the earth. A right time for everything on the earth. Being at the well in the morning or at noon will not give you that opportunity of finding the prospective women, because the prospective young ladies don't go to the well in the morning. They are not there in the afternoon, but in the evening is the time that they come out. And if you don't understand that timing, you may lose out of that prospect, that opportunity. When the time is right, the prospects are available. That's one of the things I want us to understand in life. When the time is right, the prospects are available. Ecclesiastes 9:11 says this, New Living Translation. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 11. The New Living Translation tells us, "I have observed something else under the sun. The fastest runners doesn't always win the race, and the strongest warriors doesn't always win the battle. The wise sometimes go hungry, and the skillful are not necessarily wealthy, and those who are educated don't always lead successfully. It is all decided by chance, by being in the right place at the right time." I love that. It is all decided by chance. What is the chance? What gives us the chance? By being in the right place at the right time. At the right time. There is a right time. There is a right season. There is an opportune time for you to find true love. When you don't understand the power of right timing, you look for the provision when it is not available. I love this anonymous quote that I penned down some time ago. It says, "When the time is right, life will have a meaning. When the time is right, your world will be bright again. When the time is right, things will fall into place. Just remember, never regret." When the time is right, things will fall into place. He has made everything beautiful in its time according to Ecclesiastes 3:11. Opportunity comes with right timing, and it demands preparedness. You see, your readiness creates your timing. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Readiness creates the timing. Preparedness. Are you prepared? That's the question you must ask yourself. A lot of people are thinking about finding the right spouse, finding the right person to marry. But if they meet you today, can they recognize the right person in you? When Rebecca showed up, it wasn't what makes the timing right for her was the fact that she was ready. She was ready. Are you prepared? Are you ready? When we talk about luck, I always say this: luck is opportunity meeting preparedness. Because there are times opportunity comes to us and we are not ready, and we miss out, and we lose out. Are you prepared for the responsibility and demands of marriage? It's not enough to just desire to be married, but are you prepared for marriage? The season of marriage comes with its peculiar responsibilities. It comes with specific demands. Are you ready for that demand? I see a lot of people today who are married, but they are not ready. They're not prepared, and they have a lot of problems. Rather than enjoying their marriage, they are struggling with it. They are struggling in marriage. I see a lot of people who are married, and they confuse marriage for bondage. They see marriage as holding, their spouse in captivity, because they do not have the emotional maturity to handle, that responsibility of having another life so closely knitted with your own. Are you spiritually prepared for that responsibility and that demand that marriage brings upon your life? Are you physically ready for it? Are you psychologically prepared? Are you emotionally prepared? Are you socially prepared? Are you financially prepared for the responsibility of marriage? Are you mentally and intellectually prepared? There are some people, they are still unmarried, yet they are married, and so they still live their life like they were living when they were single. They have no accountability. They go out and then they meet somebody out there, and they forget that they were supposed to go back home by 6 o'clock because somebody is expecting them home by 6. But they meet a friend on the road, and like they were when they were single, they started gisting, and the friend said, "Oh, I want to go so and so place," and they follow, forgetting that by the demand of marriage, they are supposed to be accountable. These are things that the season of marriage brings upon our life, and readiness makes us not to be able to take advantage of that season. If we're not ready, we can't take advantage of it. So being able to enjoy the timing and the right season of marriage is a function of readiness, preparedness. And look at it. You have various areas of preparedness which I have outlined. Spiritually, you must be prepared, because marriage means you are creating a space that your wife is going to come to, your husband is going to come to, your children are going to come to. Are you spiritually able to handle that space? Are you dominating, or are you being dominated? Physically, are you ready? Psychologically, are you ready to bear the responsibility of marriage? Are you emotionally prepared? Are you socially prepared? Are you financially ready? I know people who have been dating for 5-6 years, and when you ask them, why are you not moving beyond the season? Oh, I don't have the finances. Then you should not get into serious relationship. You should think about your financial preparedness for that task, for the responsibility that marriage is going to bring upon you. Are you mentally ready? Are you intellectually ready? You see, that's what makes the timing right. Because if you are not ready, you can't take advantage of the time. It's like the farmer that is waiting for the rainy season, and he has not prepared his ground. He has not cleared the ground. He has not prepared his seed for sowing. So the rain comes and he loses out of the opportunity, because the rain comes with an opportunity for him to reap harvest. But his readiness determines whether he can take advantage of the time. Right timing is a function of readiness, preparedness. I love what Bob Aldrin says, and I quote. He said, timing has always been a key element in my life. I have been blessed to have been in the right place at the right time. In Rebecca, we see a symphony of timing, placement, and purpose. And I'd like you to note those key things. In Rebecca, we see a symphony of timing, placement, and purpose. Rebecca was at the right place at the right time with the right frame of mind. Rebecca was not just hanging around the well waiting for Prince Charming to sweep her off her feet. Rebecca was purpose driven at the right place. The combination of purpose, place, readiness, and right placement creates right timing. Because at the right place is purpose that will announce you. Don't wait around without focus. When you pursue purpose, a partner will spot you. You will be highlighted. Purpose has a way of making you visible. Purpose has a way. You see, everybody notices the person who is successful, who is purposeful, who is doing something. But people who are just lay about, they don't get noticed. That's why some of you are wondering, why am I not just noticed? You think it's just about having a beautiful face. No, in as much as physical preparedness is also valuable, you must understand that it takes more than that. There are many beautiful ladies all over the place. But purpose will highlight you. Purpose will make you an asset. You can imagine, what if Rebecca had come to the well without a jar? Can you think about that? She was at the well hanging around without a jar. Would Abraham's servant have seen any need to approach her? No. The reason why he saw the need to approach her is because she was purposeful. She had what it takes to meet his need at the right place, at the right time. How would she have been able to help Abraham's servant without the jar on her head? Purpose will make you being at the right place at the right time. It's important that you understand the element of purposefulness, the element of preparedness. This element creates the right timing at the right place for you. Purposefulness, preparedness and purposefulness. Be purposeful. Go after your passion. Don't let marriage just be everything you are living for. All you pray about is a life partner. No. What about life's purpose? Until Adam was pursuing purpose, God didn't see a need for him not to be alone. It was when Adam started pursuing life's purpose, when Adam began to cultivate the garden, to keep the garden, that was when God said it is not good for him to be alone. A man who is without purpose doesn't need a partner. A partner is an helpmeet, and somebody who is doing nothing doesn't need any help. So what are you doing with your life? What purpose are you pursuing? Purpose makes you an asset to anyone that meets you. Purpose empowers you to take advantage of the opportunity that time presents to you. Ray Kroc said, and I quote, "The two most important requirements for major success are, first, being in the right place at the right time, and second, doing something about it." That's what purpose empowers you to do. Being at the right place at the right time, and second, doing something about it. Purpose empowered Rebecca to do something. Purpose empowered Rebecca to be an asset to Abraham's servant. She didn't just come to lay about